Hey everybody, Kenny Ducey here for the Action Network, ready to give you two best bets for Wednesday's NBA playoff slate. This is Daily Action Picks for May 4th. Now, I'm going to be on the same sides as I was on Monday. Now, that's a little bit of a scary proposition because the Phoenix Suns did barely cover against the Dallas Mavericks. That was the one I won on. But I do think that these are the two right sides. The Philadelphia 76ers plus 8.5 is my first bet. They're getting that extra point against the Miami Heat team that still does not have Kyle Lowry, a topic that has flown under the radar here. Their offense has certainly been good enough, but it's just a cut below what it can be. I think without Kyle Lowry here, the Philadelphia 76ers have a way into this game. The way into this game is playing small. When they took Paul Reed out at the end of the first half, the Philadelphia 76ers actually took the lead. They refused, though, to play small the entire game with George Niang at the 5. Instead, they leaned on Deandre Jordan. They had 33 offensive possessions. They scored 29 points. They had 32 defensive possessions with DeAndre Jordan. They scored 51 points, a hat tip to John Schumann of NBA.com. That was with DeAndre Jordan on the floor. The Sixers were outscored by almost 72 points per 100 possessions. It was a disaster out there. It was not much better with Paul Reed. And the Sixers, despite the fact that they went so big, were actually out-rebounded by 3 in a shocking turn of events. This just absolutely backfired on Doc Rivers. There was no benefit to playing big. The Sixers got smoked in the minutes that they went to Jordan and Reed, and in the second half. In general, I think Doc Rivers adjusts here. I know that that's a scary proposition once again because Doc Rivers has not been a great playoff coach. He's not been good at adjusting, but I think there is a certain number of possessions that can go by where the Sixers continue to get burned for not going small, and eventually Doc Rivers will push the switch. He will go to George Niang at the 5. I think it will pay off. I just think the Sixers are sitting on a lineup that actually can compete with the Miami Heat. We saw it in the first half last night. Doc Rivers will go through the tape. He will understand that he can win possessions. He can win quarters with those small lineups. And again, it is a very cautiously optimistic take, but I do think Doc Rivers will push the right button here. The Philadelphia 76ers do have an incredibly stellar offense when they are playing the right personnel. I think they'll do it here. I think they'll cover against the Miami Heat. So give me the 8.5 points. All right, the next bet here. Now, the Dallas Mavericks, they did a great job of nearly covering. I don't know. I think it was a pretty terrible game for everyone involved. If you were a Phoenix Suns bettor, you should have won pretty easily. If you were a Dallas Mavericks bettor, you should have won pretty easily. If they just stopped fouling, the Mavericks would have gone ahead and covered. Nonetheless, I think that the Mavericks are going to be a popular underdog here. Once again, a public dog getting the 6 points. I'm going to continue to fade the Mavericks, lay the 6 points with the Phoenix Suns. When you look at the way that the Dallas Mavericks have won basketball games in the playoffs over the last 2 years, it is hitting threes. Well, what happened last game? They had 41% of their three-point looks, and they still lost by 7 points. They were out-rebounded by 15. They were killed on the glass by Phoenix. It is not a winning formula to lose by that much on the glass, and especially against the Phoenix Suns. If you're going to shoot 41% and lose by nearly double digits, you are in bad shape. A bad shooting night against a very long and very strong defense, and the Phoenix Suns could be right around the corner. And let's not forget that the Dallas Mavericks in the second half of the season ranked 14th in defensive efficiency. I know the second half of the season, the regular season, seems like an eternity ago, but it is important to remember here that they were coming off a very mediocre defensive season. It's not like this is a defense that can step up to one of the best offenses in the NBA and shut them down. I think Phoenix continues to roll on the glass from 3. They shot 39%, and aside from 2 cold shooting nights, they've done a great job of keeping their three-point percentage above 35%. I think that they are the more consistent team, the sure commodity. And again, if Dallas reverts back to going ice cold from 3, as we saw last series, can happen, it could be very ugly. I'm going to take the Phoenix Suns to cover here at home, lay the 6 points. That's it for me. You can check out our amazing content on actionnetwork.com. You definitely have to download the Action Network app. You can follow me on Twitter at Kenny Ducey, and please hit the subscribe button. We have daily picks up here on the YouTube page. It is a tremendous subscribe. I am a subscriber. I love consuming the content. If you liked this video, hit the like button. Make my day. If you didn't like this video, hit the like button or comment on this, and you'll still make my day, and we can talk about how wrong I'm going to be about the Dallas Mavericks, who will win this game by double digits. Have a good one.